Review You. This is my partner, Mr. It. Today we're going to be taking a look at CR's review of the Nightmare Before Christmas trading card game. This video starts off with CR looking through his shed to find the cards, set to a parody of What's This? The parody lyrics work well, CR's voice sounds good, although the timing with the music could have been a bit better. Also, I'm quite frankly impressed at how much card and board game shit he has.
The Nightmare Before Christmas may mean a lot of things to a lot of people, but I've always felt it was a transitional holiday film.
Because nobody cares about Thanksgiving. Let's be honest, this is only an excuse to have an extra Christmas dinner.
It's the perfect film for 3 whole months of the year. 4 if you're dating a goth chick.
Can confirm.
Yeah, at the time Disney kinda wanted to keep its distance from this.
As foolish as it was, I completely understand why.
And this.
Though none of those were released by a Disney-owned company.
Me?
Yeah, working here used to be a real sweet gig. Back when it was mostly rock band t-shirts. Then Nightmare Before Christmas happened.
What are you talking about? Hot Topic was largely that until the mid-2000s. Hell, it still has some of that branding today.
Oh, and I don't know what a yokai is, but I know I it.
Was the bleep really necessary? If anything, it made the joke a little harder to understand.
Warning, prolonged exposure to Tim Burton may result in blurry vision, black dye stains, bad Jonan Vasquez fan art, and a sensation of...
Fuck! That was the biggest jump scare I got all year, Jesus!
This game's kinda hard to find now, really.
Yeah, defunct card games be like that.
By the way, was anyone else expecting the mayor to be a bad guy during their first viewing? You know, because of the whole two-faced politician thing?
Not really. He always seemed a little too innocent and naive for that. Though, now that you mention it, if that was in the movie, it would have made sense.
But actually, it turned out he was just kinda neurotic, but still well-meaning, and someone who really loves his community.
It's almost as if he got elected for a reason. I think. Did he ever have an opponent?
This game can be played by any number of players, although if you have 5, someone will get screwed out of their turn as Pumpkin King, since 12 isn't divisible by it.
Well, not with that attitude.
Oh yeah, players take turns being the Pumpkin King. But I'm getting ahead of myself.
Aye, puns.
You can't just decide you want this building to go in between these 2 buildings over here. You gotta build out in a straight line, on this side or this side. Maybe you could do that in the Harry Potter card game, but not here.
No, that was more of a battling game. Come to think of it, it was basically just a re-themed Magic the Gathering.
The mayor comes with the Mayormobile, which is actually an object and not a location. So does the mayor live out of his car? That's kinda sad.
Nah, he just spends so much time in it, it feels like he lives there. Still sad.
You think the mayor deck would start with Town Hall, although it is clear that Jack is the head of a puppet government.
Aye, puns.
Actually, no, that one was kind of clever.
This is a threshold number. You can use this particular function only if you have characters at this location with a combined scare number equal or greater to the threshold number.
I like the visualization there. Neat way to use the fact that the card art is just stills from the movie.
Fine, I'll use this function, and just save up all my points to play a character I want. You don't get to keep the points at the end of each round. They go back to 0. Oh, come on!
With that ruling in the card itself, it seems like you can only have up to 6 pumpkin points anyway.
Move, or movements, lets you move one character to one location. Now the wording here is a bit muddled.
I don't know, the rule seems pretty clear to me. But then again, I might just be used to the ruling in the villainous board game. Which doesn't have Oogie yet, by the way. Just putting that out there.
The one example that immediately pops in my head are a lot of cards from Call of Cthulhu. Especially Cthulhu. Because, you know, he's Cthulhu.
What? You don't want multiple outer gods that can cause incurable insanity just by looking at them? Kids today.
Or is an ironclad keyword. You can't do both. Now that I think about it, they really should add an either in front of the first option.
Why? I mean, sure, it's better grammar, but it still gets the point across.
Now, there is something called surprise reimbursement.
Well, that gave off a certain vibe.
And there was much rejoicing.
Well, I think that just about covers everything.
I am the Pumpkin King!
Oh yeah, that.
And that gave off this vibe.
At the end of each start phase, if that makes any sense, all you need to say are the magic words once during your turn. Hex sounds way more badass than it really is.
Maybe the idea is to draw attention to the effect? I don't know.
All in all, a really interesting game that does a great job of capturing the film, even if the gameplay reminds me more of the afterlife in Beetlejuice.
Did that ever have a card game? Wouldn't surprise me. This video is pretty neat. While I give crap to the pun editing, it is really clever. Overall, a good time. I'm a reviewer. You review it, I review you.
All right, everything is prepared. I shall personally see to Mr. It's destruction. Alone.
Alone?
I'm sorry. Did you want to see one of your students eradicated?
Of course not.
Then allow me to spare everyone the unpleasant sight and... Do I hear singing?
Grand Councilman! An army has gathered beyond the North Wall.
What?
This one's for the dreamers. This one's for the dreamers. Like us. Attention, idiots! We recognize that the council has made a decision, but given as it is a stupid-ass decision, we have elected to ignore it.
Is that really necessary?
What? We're already gonna be in hot water with these guys, might as well go all out. You have a choice to make. Either hand Mr. It over to us and I'll take full responsibility for him, or we take him.
I doubt we have time for a proper meeting on the subject. So the decision falls to you, Sir Grimsworth.
Release the beasts.
Don't you think that's a bit excessive?
Look before you. They're clearly not going to hold anything back. Neither should we.
Reviewer! They have dragons!
Relax, Xandru. So do we. Crafty, you ready?
You bet. Roll for dragon.
Bakugan, brawl!
Wow, what an incredible sight.
Yeah.
I mean, there's no way your budget or editing capability could properly capture.
Yes, thank you. Start the song, please. Listen up, what can you hear? Does my voice simply disappear? Alright, everyone, let's move!
Erect the barrier.
Called it. Telia, you're up!
Roger, Roger. All right, ladies, let's do this!
I was crushed by the longing welling up inside.
Damn it. Sorcerers. Fireball barrage.
Lucina! So I began to run.
You better get that furball back safe, mortal.
Send in the golems.
Of my heart, I say Alright, we're going in. Everyone else keep the council busy.
Stay safe, reviewer.
The answer I have found will always burn within my soul.